It's a very easy kill against the bat. So I think, yeah, this was a rough game. As beautiful of a Shadow Fiend game, 11-0 and clean and everything. Game one for mid one. This one was not it.
And to answer that question again, it's also if your side lanes just aren't very strong, you naturally are going to play towards the mid lane, right? Like when you lose a lane, you have to play there. When you win a lane, you then move towards mid. You then continue taking that fight, just get the free up. So yeah, it's just win lanes. That's also much easier to play. That's exactly what happened.
And then the game progressed. I felt like the team fight also wanted to clear cut. That was something that was so good for now as in game number one is, okay, we know exactly how we want to fight. We're able to fight it out. We're able to have our pickups. We're able to do that so long. But this time around, it felt like there wasn't really one fighting out. Now they weren't the ones getting the jump on the engagement.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, Pure was kind of the difference maker in a lot of points in this game. BZM obviously had a great early game and tore the game wide open, but I think Pure took that advantage and he ran with it. He used it, gated and made a massive play, opening his bottom tower. And then he also buys this early hag, who thinks counters what they just trust a bunch on all trying to burst back. He just presses one key hard and then he doesn't take any damage, and it makes it so difficult for Mouse to actually find an avenue to play these fights. I don't really see how it's possible.
The hero like chaotic to start the fight, and then enable mid one to follow, to waiting for mid one to start the fight. That's I think a big enough problem, right? Because you're on the Dawnbreaker. If you don't have tempo, you don't have the game in your hands, you are just waiting. And I think Boot's really good at being like the annoying initiator style of player, and yeah, Dawnbreaker is not that hero.
Kind of agree with everything, but at the same time, I think Chandra might have shot the ball a little bit towards the end. It looked like Mouse were kind of clawing their way back into the game, right? They got the third Roche, or was it the second Roche, right? They were clawing their way back into a really, really hard game, right? That looked completely over. So I think Chandra needs to also make sure that they don't, overextend in this game 3 when the drafts are more even, perhaps, or they don't snowball the lanes this hard. Because, yeah, it looked like the game was over 20 minutes and it wasn't clean towards the end.
No, absolutely. I think it was quite messy, but I think we talked about it earlier, but I think this moment is definitely not messy at all. I think I think they give up a kill here or there, but overall the idea of this, of keeping the pressure up, of having that early advantage. We've seen a lot of teams, at prior tournaments playing a lot slower. You see the games going very long, but Tundra's saying, no, none of that. We have an advantage. We had a good early game. We're going to use that, and we're going to use our spells, combine our heroes. And I think this is really, a breath of fresh air. And I think this is the way that Pure is best. He did this gate gank a million billion times on Beth Wilson games, and I think him doing it in this game is just like very much the quintessential Pure. He wins lane, he abuses that advantage, and he plays fast because I think he's a very good player at doing that.
This is the skill level we were expecting, we're ready for it, and then this is why they came in at top 2 in the group stage. That's why we haven't been seeing them play in the last couple of weeks, and why they weren't playing here on the stage yesterday. They belong here, and it feels like finally they turned it on for game number 2, and that skill coming out to play here too.
Yeah, I feel like in this game as well, we saw a little bit of 33 showing that tech just a bit, because he was utilizing branches very nicely. I feel like branches, a little 50 gold item, we like them for the stats. Who cares about the